here joining you. I'm kind of surprised at myself, but I enjoy it, so I show up.
I think you've done a great job showing up, and I really do appreciate it. I have to say, if I haven't said it enough, I do appreciate it. Well, hello, folks. We're live. It's Fandango Friday, and I have some bad news. We're probably not going to be able to do Fandango Friday until after Easter, after tonight. The reason being is it's Lent is starting, and no, I'm not giving up liquor for Lent, but the Knights of Columbus Council that I'm in, like most of them, they do fish and shrimp fry, or fish fry or shrimp fry. Our council does fish and shrimp on Friday nights in Lent, right at the same time that we're supposed to do Fandango Friday. So I'm not going to sit over here tasting liquor and they're over there working. I'm going to go help them. I think people can understand that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then also, if I have college baseball starting this month, and if I have games to go to on Friday, I'll go to those. So it looks like it's going to be till after Easter. Now, people insist, and they really want to do it really bad, 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 bad. And I'm not a hard case. I'm not a hard case about things. We could do Thursdays some nights, but people have to give me some feedback. I'm not going to press the issue. But anyway, here we are tonight. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana whiskey reviews, and that title's there on purpose because I have a whiskey, and it's Harwood.
Okay.
This is not exactly a well-known brand.
No.
There's not really a website for it. There is a listing for it on the Heaven Hill website. They give a description of, well, no, they don't. They give a list of what bottle sizes you can get. So there's only one version. It's the 40% aged 3 years whiskey. So there's no variance. It's not like a flavored one or a 10-year age. There's this only. But if you look on the website, it'll say, well, it comes in these bottle sizes. Some are glass, some are plastic. Well, this is the only one I could find was the plastic. And I know, like David, for instance, gets highly displeased with plastic. But it was either buy this one or not try it. So I thought the price is good, and I'll try it. And there's an interesting history behind this product. And it's obviously available in Louisiana since I'm holding it in my hand, and I bought it in Louisiana. I have a feeling you've probably never heard of this one.
No, I haven't.
No. But it goes back.
It's a Canadian, though, huh?
Yeah, and it apparently goes back to the 1800s. It was an old distillery in Vancouver, Canada, in British Columbia. But
West Coast. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny, maybe not comical funny, but funny, like strange funny. But it still exists. And there it is. All right, so I'll put that in the banners. Harwood, and it's at 40%. Like I said, age 3 years. Now I'm going to turn it over to you, and Elbow is in Florida.
Yes. Good evening, and another Fandango Friday here. Tonight, I'm bringing something, a first for me. It's vodka. I don't drink a lot of vodka, but I've got
Oh, I believe I have seen that around.
Yeah. And this is definitely it's plastic. So, but anyway, like I say, I don't drink a lot of vodka. I mainly only use it for mixing. I just recently learned that some people enjoy it neat. I don't think I've never really tried it neat. I will have a sip tonight for the show, but there's certainly not much to see here. It's clear as water. Is the vodka. But I'm going to mix a drink a little bit later. But anyway, I tried to find a website for Popoff, but I couldn't find one. On the bottle here, it just says bottled by Popoff Distilling Company, Stamford, Connecticut. And the only thing I could find out on the web was that it used to be owned by Diageo, but I guess they sold the brand to Sazerac in 2018. So anyway, I've seen it around a lot for years. It's fairly popular. Maybe it's not the number one selling. I think I saw here Tito's vodka is number one selling in the U.S., followed by Smirnoff. But and it's not one. It's certainly not one of those higher price vodkas. I mean, you can get a handle of this, which is what this is in the plastic, for like $14. So it's definitely your low cost beverage.
This is going to be interesting because Popoff, you're getting a bottle that's from the pre-sale days, because Stamford, Connecticut is the corporate offices for Diageo in America. So you're getting
Okay, yeah, this has been around in my cabinet for years. So I was thinking,
so if you get a new bottle, it's going to say Frankfort, Kentucky at Buffalo Trace.
okay.
Now we have Jean-Pierre over there. And so Popoff, let me get this right. Popoff is 40%.
Right.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that brand.
I have.
Yeah.
And I have seen it, not commonly, but I have seen it.
And elbow looks like it's in a plastic.
Yeah, it is.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's definitely a budget, low cost beverage here. So
I got to tell y'all, I did some research on these plastic bottles, which people have all these conspiracy theories about. And
David,
I read a lot.
David.
I read a lot. Look, yeah, I kept reading and reading. And my conclusion, and I'm open, I try to be open-minded, but the conclusion I've reached is that there is not any real negative result of using it. Now, does it look pretty? No. Does it look cheap? Yeah. Is it going to hurt you? No. So I have just not seen any evidence. And if I had seen the evidence, I would tell you, but anyway, I've done some neat vodka drinking because there was Katz and Best-Off vodka, and that went out of the picture in 1998. And I bought a bottle of that so I could have it. And I sipped it once every Monday. I said every Monday I'll sip about an ounce. And
what is the other one? Crown? Was that one Crown Roos, whatever it is? That Crown Roos vodka?
Yes, and I bought a bottle of Crown Rust vodka.
Yeah, and of course everybody knows everybody's favorite inexpensive vodka, Taka.
I did I did the same thing with all of those brands, y'all. I sipped it every Monday. I would sip about an ounce, and eventually it was gone. But they do have some flavor, but it's so demure. You have to really think about it when you sip it. That Crown Rust vodka I bought, I remember it had a chunk of charcoal floating in it, like a little piece of charcoal that broke off from the filtration. That was kind of interesting. All right, but now here's Jean-Pierre, the beverage ramble.
Guys. Hello, how are you? Good day, North America. Good day, everyone around the world. How are you? I am drinking today Penelope Architect straight bourbon whiskey. I got the website up right now. It is at excuse me. Oh boy, it is at.
Wait, let me interrupt you. There is Jean's channel, y'all.
Hi, yeah, that's my channel. Yeah, so it's won a bunch of awards. I'm looking at it right now. Right now, the ABV is 52%, 104 proof. So a friend of mine gave me this. He wasn't too enamored with it, and he said, "Hey, give just here, try, see what you think, your thoughts on it." So I've had a little bit of it, and since he's giving it to me, so tonight I brought it to the channel. So I'm really liking the color right now. Obviously, I'm in another location here in my apartment, but so we'll give all the stories and the thoughts on it. But so like I said, a bunch of awards. If you go into the website, which I have right in front of me right now, and of course they have a couple of other bourbons that they do as well. And the company, I'm trying to see who owns the company right now. I know Dave said he had this the other day. So this is 5 years old, 4 staves, and 2 heads. And mash bill is 75% corn, 15% wheat, 7% rye, and 3% malted barley. So
we're going to look at the website.
French oak staves is in. So
okay. So what they're doing is they're taking pieces of an old barrel and they're putting it in the whiskey to soak. They're not aging it in a French barrel. The stave is the pieces of the barrel, the slats, if you want to call them that. Oh, here's the thing I was talking about. Back in 1998, and I didn't drink liquor in 98. I had no interest in it. But I started, actually, you know the reason I started tasting liquor? Because people kept commenting on my channel. Like I would do beer, because I was satisfied with beer. And I did a little wine just as a side hobby. But then they kept saying, when are you going to do liquor? When are you going to do liquor? And I kept saying, no, I don't want to get caught up in that. But I finally gave in because people kept asking. I figured it wouldn't hurt, and it hasn't. I don't think it has. But I remember in 1998, Katz and Bestoff got bought. Yeah, they got bought out. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy a bottle of Katz and Bestoff extra dry vodka. This is a half size bottle. I think it was $2.99 for the half size, something like that. Maybe $1.99. But if you read the bottle carefully, you'll discover that that's a pretty old type label, isn't it?
Yeah.
They probably didn't change the label since looked like something from 1963, I think.
Yeah.
But it says extra dry vodka from Superior Distributors, which is obviously an alias name. Bardstown, Kentucky. Now, Bardstown, Kentucky is one of the Sazerac distilleries. So that's who was making it for them. Either them or Heaven Hill. No big deal, but there is no K&B anymore. But I did get a bottle of Katz and Bestoff vodka for a collectible, and I have it. Okay, but that's off the subject. All right, now this is on the subject. Harwood. And if y'all give me about 2 minutes, I'll explain it, okay? If you want to hear it.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Sure. So, all right. So there was a distillery in Canada in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it started like a long time ago, 130 years ago, in the 1800s. And it was called Duncan Harwood. And it was a big distillery, and they sold this whiskey called Duncan Harwoods, apostrophe S, Harwoods. And it was, fairly popular. It wasn't competing against Crown Royal because they didn't have a Crown Royal until 1939. But there were other Canadian whiskeys like Canadian Club and that. So it was getting pretty big, and they claimed they're the biggest distillery in Western Canada, which they probably were one of the only ones. But it had a following. But things sort of broke down. And in 1950, I'm pretty sure, I can't say for sure, but in 1952, their chief executive officer was arrested and prosecuted in the United States for, hello, David.
What's up, boys?
He was arrested and prosecuted for tax evasion. And the company went out of business, but probably had a lot more. It was probably a lot more than just their CEO going to prison.
I'm going to call a timeout here. I know I'm just getting in sideways, but what's with this political discussion we're drinking?
It's related to the product.
Hey, I just want to say, happy Marti Gras! Woo! Yeah! We're looking at King Cake Vodka.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, folks. All right, but anyway, so but what happened was the company did shut down around 1952, and they were gone.
What company was that?
Huh?
What company was that?
Harwood. But if you don't use a trademark for a certain number of years, the trademark goes into, what do we call it? Public domain.
Oh, was that whiskey we tried?
Yeah. So just listen. Just listen. So Harwood's disappeared. Their distillery was shut down. It was all demolished and turned into whatever they do in Vancouver today. But in 1969, Seagram's introduced the new Harwood, and they said Harwood, not Harwoods, because they didn't own it. Harwood Canadian whiskey, it's back. Because what happened was they probably took over the trademark because it was in public domain. And then in 1989, 30 years later, they sold it to Heaven Hill, who still makes it today. But it's really not related to the old product, except that they co-opted the name. But I'll show you an old ad if y'all would like to see it.
Sure.
Okay, so here's an ad from 19. Here's an ad.
See it anyway.
Here's an ad from 19. Oh, here's a current Walmart listing for Harwood.
Is that what you paid for it?
Actually, I got it for $14.99 at Dorgnax. I actually got it cheaper.
It's cheaper.
98 cents cheaper. Yeah. So, but here's an ad. 1969, Harwood returns.
Oh,
And it says if you were old enough to drink back in the late 40s, chances are you remember Harwood with respect, if not affection. A fine, rich Canadian with its own ideas about quality, but just about the time you begin to enjoy it, we disappeared. We disappeared. Yeah, meaning they disappeared. We apologize. You see, our production at that time was limited, so reluctantly we decided to keep most of it at home. And they don't mention that their CEO went to prison. All right, now they're returning it. The Canadian you remember, and so they're showing an old bottle there, and now they're showing the new bottle. Wait,
you guys been talking about Harwood for the last 17 minutes?
No, they were introducing their products. So
the whole audience dropped off then.
Seagram's brought it back under their control, and then they sold it to Heaven Hill, like I said, in 1989, and they've owned it ever since, going on 40 years. So I'm going to present this real fast. I'll just pour it. I'm not going to review it. I'm just going to pour it and show you what it looks like.
Oh God!
Put the cap back on it. You can get it in glass bottles.
It's like Weebles, they bounce.
Yeah, you can get it in glass bottles. That's assuming you can find them. So it's a typical Canadian whiskey. It's like golden, and it's aged 3 years, so it's not extra aged or anything. It's blended. They got different whiskeys blended in, but it looks all right, gold. And now we're going to go to Pop Off, but we want to welcome David from Louisiana, Dazzling Dave.
What's up, Dave? What's going on?
What product do you have?
I am looking at something called Lucky Player King Cake Vodka.
Taka did a king, either Taka or somebody did a King Cake Vodka. I thought it was a little too sweet when I tried it. I was at a ball.
Okay, John. Time out. Let me do this, and you can chime in. All right.
All right.
So this is imported by Lucky Player Brands in Manhattan, New York. I don't know much about it. It's coming in at 40%, but if you look at it, it says it's from France. So
right.
Who knows what this is all about? It's a clear vodka, and it must have some kind of flavor into it. I don't really know. Yeah, because it says right there, it's kind of excuse me, but it's a king cake flavor. So what is king cake?
A bunch of sugar.
It's
So
like a cinnamon roll. Some people say it's a brioche. Who knows? So
yeah, brioche. It's supposed to be a brioche, but now they're like donuts.
They call them brioche where you are. In your part of Louisiana, they call them brioche in my area. All right. So we're going to go ahead and crack this and see what it's all about. Jean, you got the correct pronunciation on that? Brioche or brioche?
Yeah, I guess. I thought the King Cake Vodka by Taka was a little too sweet for me when I had it. This was $24.15 at a ball I went to. I thought, sorry. But
hey, Sean, they're selling it right now at Rouse's on sale for $6.99. The King Cake Vodka.
I'll pass. Give me regular vodka.
What I'm doing. Can y'all stop muddling up this review of? I got the other one too.
You're in, but we got to do our reviews too, Dave. So
Yeah, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to it, and we're gonna look at the website and everything. So cool your jets. All right.
Your jets.
Yeah. All right.
Steve
Top
Evans.
off. Vodka.
Ooh, another vodka.
Nothing
Vodka.
pretentious here. Just very basic. And when you taste it, it tastes very basic, like straight ethanol. You know, there's no aging there. There's no
and you can
barrels
add this to this.
involved.
You can pour that vodka into this.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all notice, I did find the trademark data. It was trademarked on February 11th of 1960.
What is that? The hand sanitizer? No.
Yeah, vodka does work as a hand sanitizer. You know, people don't
Okay.
get that.
All right. I will keep that in mind. But like I say, when I partake in vodka, it's always mixing it with something. I don't drink it neat. I don't drink it on the rocks. I'm trying it here neat, and it's not something I'm going to keep on doing.
Right.
It's it tastes like alcohol to me. So what I'm going to do here is mix a drink. I got my jigger here. We'll pour that. Just pour it out here. Mix it up.
Now, here's an old advertisement for probably from about 1960.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the brand has been around for a while. Yeah, I can remember when I was young. So anyway, I like it in a screwdriver. So I got some Tropicana orange juice, good old Florida brand, and we'll make a screwdriver here.
Good idea.
There we go. Yeah, that's not. I won't be drinking it neat. I guess folks do over in Russia and Poland and stuff, and I've heard they keep it in the freezer and whatnot. But no, I've got plenty of fine whiskeys to sample and rums and tequilas, so I won't be sipping on vodka neat in the near future. But anyway, folks, here we are, a screwdriver. Now we're talking. Now that's something I can drink more of repeatedly. So, yeah, it's definitely good as a mixer. I don't recommend it as drinking it neat. But anyway, it's just your personal taste. Whatever tastes good to you is what matters.
And to be fair, most vodka really isn't designed for neat.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, I've heard it's done, but for me, I've never really drank it in that way. It's just always a mixer for me. So get some fine orange juice, and there you go. Now you have a use for all this pop off.
Hey, Elbow, ever had people always tell me, oh, this warm vodka. Have you ever had warm vodka before? But people have heated the vodka up and warmed it up, and they've consumed it straight, when it's warmed.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I saw someone mention that, and I never tried it,
Hey, Jean, Jean, what's the Penelope ABV?
It is 52% ABV.
Sure.
104
warm vodka.
proof.
In regards to warm vodka, that's probably that wine that you get at sushi places.
Sake?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess.
I never heard of that.
Vodka, at room temperature. Yeah, I've had it room temperature, which is probably better. Or some people put it on ice, add a Sprite to it, whatever. But
Sprite.
I don't do vodka anymore, or gin. Thank you, but my gin and vodka days, bad thing.
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you what, it certainly is an interesting idea, though. All right, now, Jean, I did find the website, so.
And Dave, you mentioned that you've had this, right? So
I did.
104 proof.
It's
Okay.
good.
Heard of Penelope.
Yeah. The owners of Penelope is MGP.
Okay.
I guess
Indiana.
Yeah. Owns the Michael Pollan, Daniel Pelosi, Roswell, New Jersey. Yeah, MGP is the name of the company that owns the company now.
So it's
So,
created whiskey. Created.
Well, everything's
So,
created.
as I mentioned, Dave, since you joined us, 75% corn, 25% wheat, 7% rye, 3% malted barley. 5 years old, number 4 staves, number 2 heads. Blended of 3 bourbon mash bills comprised of 4 grains: corn, wheat, rye, and malted barley. Finished with 2 different
What
types
does all
of
those
French
numbers mean that you're talking about? Number 2 and number 5. What does that mean?
I don't know what it means.
I know what they mean.
Barrel chart, I guess, or you know.
I know what they mean.
What do they mean?
Okay, I'll tell you what they mean. It says if it's a number 2 head, the head is the ends of the barrel, like the top and the bottom of the barrel. So a number 2 head means they charred the oak to the second level, because there's 4 levels of charred oak. A number 1 is very light.
Would that be the entire barrel?
If
Or
it's
just
a number
the
2
head of the barrel?
just the head. If they're talking about number 2 head, that's just the head of the barrel. The cap and the bottom
That's ridiculous. That makes no sense. Because if you're going to age something in a barrel, everything in the barrel is going to go into the product itself.
I know, but that's
That
what
makes
the
sense.
head. The head has a moderate char level. Now, if it's a number 4 head, it's a very thick
Let's
char
call
level.
that so you can explain all this marketing stuff to us.
Well, you asked the question. I'm telling you.
All right.
Hey,
So,
We need Claude.
delicate, low tannin content, intense stave. So, anyway, Soulworks has been having this. I've been sipping on this. Again, look at the beautiful colors you can see of this nice bourbon. Sweet candy
Looks like
cream.
1792.
Sweet candy cream and floral with hints of creme brulee. Body. 4 notes: sweet vanilla, vivacious cream, and some savory oak notes. Creamy sweetness and transitions. Sorry, I got my cigar here. Let me put this down. My black and mild. Sorry. All right. Here we go.
it looks like it's a pretty complex product, because you got 3 bourbon mash bills.
Same
like
color,
you said.
John. Hey, John.
Yes.
Yeah, similar color for sure.
So I'm getting again the aroma of that candy cream, and you get the vanilla right at the nose. So one thing I have, they're talking about the lingering finish of some heat. I haven't got any of that.
So who makes that?
Rich vanilla leaves a long lingering finish with some heat, which I don't get. So here it is. Let's have at it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy Super Bowl weekend. Happy Marti Gras weekend. Joe Kane Sunday and down to Mobile, Alabama. Everybody knows about Joe Kane. And happy Fat Tuesday. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers to the Super Bowl, too. Cheers. It's not as creamy as they say. You get the vanilla. I'm not getting that heat that they mentioned in the end. It does have some of that savory oak notes to this. Sweet candy cream. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting that. But vanilla flavor definitely. A little herbal. It's all right, but I'm not going to be so too like, hey, wow, this is the amazing thing.
Now I'm curious. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm curious, but what's the price point on that?
Oh, this is very expensive. I think average price is about $61 or more.
61. Oh, you were given that. That was a gift.
Yeah, it was given to that to me. Yeah, you know where I stand. I'm looking at H&H, 10 High, Evan Williams, Zachary High, Ezra Brooks. You know, Benchmark. You know, I'm looking at those prices. I'm looking at that, not looking at the other stuff. You know, but this is good. Heaven Hill maybe, Cooper's Craft maybe. So. It's decent, but I'm not getting everything that they talk about is not in this. I mean, it's all right for a bourbon. It's, you know, the oak is really starting to show in this. Again, great color. They got recipes on this. You can do different cocktails. Of course, everyone knows what they are. You can do
it sounds like you're not having a great time with it.
Manhattan, sangria, an espresso martini. Interesting. A New York sour. I probably would do a sour on this one. Whiskey sour, probably. We'll probably go good, but drinking it straight, probably not. It's okay, guys. It's not great, but it's all right. You know, I'm going to be fair, so I'll give my score on this. So,
all right,
I'm not really maybe because the ABV is a little too strong for me, I guess. Yeah, shocking, right? Let me stick to the 100 proof and a 95. You know, the or 95 proof type of bourbon. You know, let me stick to that in my wheelhouse, or maybe stick to the 80 proof bourbon. So
hey, well, you know, I mean, you're trying it. Hey, you're giving it a chance. You're trying it. So,
and I'm chasing it tonight with Mr. Keystone.
From that, bad idea.
But I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
So I'm not. I'm home.
All right.
Having some rest. So amateur night tonight. But anyway, I'll get my score coming up on this one.
Dave's having some internet problems, I'm afraid.
Dave.
All right. Well, I'm going to give a quick review.
Dave, you back? Dave's back, I guess. Dave, you still frozen? Okay. He's not.
Yeah, he's not frozen. All right. So I'm going to give a review of this Harwood. And I have an interesting video coming up. So the aroma, whoops, looks like I took a big gulp, but actually I just didn't sip it right. All right.
A little slippage.
We'll try this again. We'll try this again, folks. All right. So the aroma is very nutty. You know, a lot of Canadian whiskeys will have that nutty nose, like almonds or pecans or walnuts. And I don't think they add nuts. But one thing to keep in mind with Canadian whiskey is that they are allowed to add flavors up to a certain percentage. I think you can't go above 9.9%. But typically, I've noticed in the past when they have flavoring added, it'll say Canadian whiskey with flavoring added. And this doesn't indicate that. And Heaven Hill usually is pretty good about it. Like Heaven Hill, if they add flavoring, they just put on the thing with flavor. Okay, you know, they don't shy away from it. I don't like it's a little bit deceptive because it says produced by Duncan Harwood. But let's be honest, it's not produced by Duncan Harwood. That's an alias name. It's produced by Heaven Hill, or I should more accurately say it's produced for Heaven Hill, and it's bottled by them in Kentucky. I mean, they don't have a distillery in Canada, but they contract it, you know, how that works. So now I'll give a quick rundown of the flavor. Cheers.
Cheers.
So I was really impressed by this when I tried it about a month ago because I didn't know what to expect. $14.99 for a big bottle like that. I was expecting the worst, honestly. But then reading the history, I thought could be a good, decent chance that it would be all right. And it does. It has a really enjoyable flavor. It has an intricacy to it. I'm not going to pretend that it's like super intricate, but it has an intricacy to it. You get the cereal grains, the corn, obviously rye. Canadian whiskeys tend to be high rye. The barley malt the malted barley whiskey, they call in Scotland single malt. It doesn't appear to have wheat, but it could, but it doesn't appear to have it. Then you get a nutty, then you get a medium body, and it has a mostly dry finish, but you get a nuttiness with it, and you can't pin it down like, is it walnuts, pecans? You don't know, and it's just probably how the whiskeys are coming together that making it appear to have a nut, some nuts added. I don't think it does. So it's one of these products that you buy with trepidation because you think at the price point it could be a fiasco. But then you try it and it works out really well. So it's coming across great. I would recommend it, drinking it neat at room temperature. I would not spike this, but like, with Elbow, you have to sometimes because the product is just, y'all might have seen I do those mix-ups. You got to do the mix-up because what you're dealing with on its base is not too great. But when you use those soda pops, those pure sugar soda pops, it makes a pretty interesting mix-up. Now this one is fabulous. If you want something that's a little bit better than Crown Royal, possibly, but a whole lot cheaper, this could be one to try. I'm not saying it's better than Crown Royal, but it's definitely not worse. And it just goes to show you what you can find out there when you have an open mind and you try things. So I'm going to give this a solid A.
Jay, would you and Dave do a review together of this?
I did a dirty trick on him. He came over last weekend and I said, you want to do a mystery taste challenge for whiskey? He said, yeah. He didn't know what I was bringing. So I definitely did not show a plastic bottle. And I said, I'm not going to tell you anything about the whiskey, but I'll give you 2 clues. And he used the clues. And when you watch the video, you're going to love that video because you're going to love the score he gave. And boy, when I showed him that bottle, he was like, whoa. And so it just goes to show you, you might think you know, and I'm talking to all the viewers out there, you might think you know, but until you do a blind taste test, guess what? You don't really know. And that's where the rubber hits the road. You could talk all day about what you know, but you try something and you're not knowing what you're dealing with. We're going to see how much of an expert you are. But I'm going to go with 95 out of 100 on this one. It's really that good, and I would highly recommend it. Any bottle size, you might find a little glass 375 or a glass 750, but I bet you're not going to pay a lot. So definite recommendation here. And as far as promos, like I said, Fandango Friday is going to take a vacation until after Easter. And the only way we're going to do Thursday or anything like that is if people twist my arm. But I'm not pressuring that. If I don't hear about it, I'll just, won't worry about it. And we'll be back after Easter, God willing.
I'm down Thundering Thursday. I'm down.
But people could just, just contact me in Beer Talk, and we'll talk about that if y'all are interested. Otherwise, I'll just lay down and watch baseball or basketball. Well, most likely basketball. All right. So
March Madness coming up.
Right. Now, we're going to have, we're not going to have Super Sunday this weekend because you could run into trouble with saying Super Sunday on that date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And we're going to have Carnival Sunday. Anything you want to bring for Carnival Sunday, because I want to be on the safe side. Now, Elbow's going to give us his review, he already reviewed it basically, but his score for the Pop Off, which has been on the market over 60 years.
I heard you talking your trash while I was offline. You thought I wasn't listening. I heard what you said.
I was watching you. I knew you were listening. Haha.
Oh, did you mute me now? Man,
no,
come
you
on
just
now. All right,
I
apologize.
Yeah, I didn't mute you. I just didn't add you back. You were having
I heard it. I think I don't have ears.
Yeah, I know you have ears. I was saying it on purpose.
I got
But just
Hulk
wait.
Hogan ears, brother.
You got rabbit ears, but just wait until the video gets posted because people are going to love that video. But okay, now Elbow's going to give us his score and discuss pop off.
See, I was going to talk.
Yeah,
on that
you know,
positive. I can't speak on a positive way after hearing all that trash talking you did, bro.
All right, cool it. All right, Elbow, go ahead.
I was just thinking what might be interesting to try someday is if you did a blind taste test of, say, Popov, Taka, or another low course. I don't know if you could taste the difference.
No, I don't think so. And some other low costs we have around here is like Dobra and Crown Russ. Russ. You probably wouldn't be able to. I don't think you'd be able to tell them apart. No.
Yeah, I don't think you could. But anyway, for what it is, you know, I just treat it as a mixing spirit. I don't really look for it to have much taste. I remember once a bartender told me that you would be foolish to spend extra money on vodka like Grey Goose or those other highfalutin ones because they're designed to not have a lot of taste. So I don't know why people would spend a lot of extra money. I think your basic vodkas would work, you know, fine, especially if you're just mixing them, you know, like in a screwdriver like this. Now this is good.
I have a question. Have you ever tried the drink called Mattress, where it's basically like a screwdriver with cranberry added to it?
Oh yeah, Madras, yeah, they're good. Yeah, I do like that.
My pronunciation of the King's language is a little off.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I do like cranberry as a mixer for sure. You know, and I've had the Madras. The Cape Cod is another one that uses cranberry. I think.
Don't they add lime to it too?
I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll give this a 85. You know, I'll give it a solid B. You know, it's just good old spirits. So, you know, I'd give it an 85. And like I said, it's good. It's good if you mix it with something I don't recommend, or, you know, I don't really sip on it neat. You know, I've got plenty of whiskeys to sample neat that I've been enjoying going down that road. But anyway, the vodka's
so basically it lives up to its price point.
Well, I'm going to make comments about the booze that you twos brought on too that I tasted in a moment after I do my final.
All right, you can do a little rant because you have you.
It ain't about a rant. You had your say so because you thought I was offline.
I was watching you. I knew you were listening. Oh no, I didn't think you were offline. I was doing that purposely. Okay.
Wait. Cool your jets. It's John Paul.
I was doing that purposely. And actually, okay, Jean-Pierre.
Cool. John, go ahead.
Always, when y'all two always mix it up, it's always fun. But anyway, drinking Penelope. There's another version that's a little lower in ABV, a little lower in the proof. There it is, right there.
French oak. What? Steve?
Staves. They put sticks.
Isn't that like the name of your best friend when you were like 12 or something? My best friend's name was Steve.
Maybe. Who knows? So, it's okay, guys. I'm not saying the greatest thing I've had, but it's decent enough. Despite all that they were talking about in there, I'm not getting any of that. You see on the website. I think $61. Probably some places might be a little less, maybe 50, maybe more. Depends. Again, states are different. Like Alabama. I was talking to somebody today at the liquor store with a coworker of mine's, and we were Alabama say, hey, she said, yeah, I know about Alabama when it comes to
Yeah, I don't think we should ever even mention Alabama again. You should never, ever buy any liquor in Alabama.
I agree. Nor will I ever. But anyway, if you have a Costco there and they do sell liquor, buy the stuff from there, but don't buy nothing from the package store or from the state-run stores. But anyway,
Sean,
Oh,
you need a Savannah discount.
yes.
yeah, well, in Alabama, it would be called break your wallet discount.
Oh,
85 out of 100 for this one.
enjoy. I'm
so
listening.
I think
to
it's
you
all right.
score.
It's not the greatest thing, but decent enough. So for $61, I don't know, guys.
I don't know. You know, for $61 and 85 out of 100 may as well be an F as far as I'm concerned.
It just,
You know what I mean?
just didn't do anything for me. I mean, I like ones that have a little more kick, a little more spice, a little bit more something in this. But hey, look, if you buy it, you enjoy it.
What's the corn versus everything else?
What, 75% corn?
70?
Yep.
75, right?
Says. Let me read this again. If I can get the damn thing up again. The whiskey. It is 75% corn, 15% wheat, 7% rye, 3% malted barley. No.
Yeah, that's a lot of corn, boy.
So basically,
But-
a corn whiskey, right?
Yeah, it's a corn whiskey with 25% other stuff. So that's probably
corn-
that's probably
We all know what we do here. We stick to the tried and true. Every time we step out, we get the whole like every
What's the-
time.
The mellow corn. I probably
Yeah, but
said
to
mellow
be
corn is
fair-
better than this.
yeah, but to be fair, you got a gift for that. That was given to you as a gift, so you didn't really have to step out too much.
Yes, true.
Hey, but Jean,
Ooh,
Jean, any promos or anything?
I have no promos. I still got one beer to review. I'll probably do that when I come back for my trip. I'm going to be away this weekend, so I will not be joining you for Carnival Sunday.
Right, it's Carnival
On
Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday. I will not be joining you for that. Of course, all of you are watching. Bring whatever you want to bring. Liquor, beer, wine, coffee, orange juice, bottled water, whatever it is. 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. And of course, that's Joe Kane Sunday. If you live in Mobile, Alabama.
No.
Joe Kane Widows. Y'all know the story about Joe Kane. You can look it up. You know,
not better than
Joe Kane, Joe Cain, Joe Kane. And I will be joining you on Fat Tuesday for the Ice House review. That will be
Ice House on anybody who wants to bring Ice House beer
in the house.
Marti Gras night. I got a bad feeling about this video that's coming up because after a whole day of Marti Gras,
I got no parades to go to. I'm up here in Georgia, so hey.
Yeah, but a lot of other people are going to spend all day down in New Orleans, and they're not going to be drinking iced tea. And
is that
we're going to do an Ice House video at 6:30 Eastern. Okay, I'm game, but get ready for the.
Would that person be? Would those individuals be named Mr. T and Mr. G?
Well, what did we drink when we went to Marti Gras? When you were here, did we drink iced tea or Nikki's Fine Malt Liquor?
When you and I went, we drank PBR because I brought PBR.
Right now,
No old Milwaukee, nothing down there.
Oh, Milwaukee.
Yo, baby. Now I got the spotlight. It is my turn. It is my turn to speak. And first off, this one's really great. It's sweet. It's fantastic. It doesn't taste like some kind of a 80 proof, but it's good. It's sweet. It tastes like. Does it taste like king cake? I don't know. It tastes like sugar inside of a vodka. Getting back to Jay's rendition of his pairing tonight. Yeah, he did pull me on a blind taste test, and I was actually kind of surprised about it. I thought it was really good. At one point, I thought it was Scotch because I had like 2 questions that I could ask. Usually it's the ABV and it's foreign and domestic. I think I kind of stayed away from the foreign or domestic question or answer, and it was actually pretty good. It is complex. I found it had kind of a Scotchness to it. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. And as y'all know, I'm not a big fan of the Canadian whiskeys.
I know. I thought it was a great video. I thought that was a great video because, and it was very deceptive. I have to admit, on my part, it was very deceptive because you asked me, is it foreign or domestic? And I said foreign. And your second question was, is it the name of the original distiller? And I thought, uh-oh. So yes, it is the name of the original distiller, but it's actually not made by the original distiller. It's the third owner. So that question was problematic. But then we got down to tasting it, and David was saying, man, this stuff is interesting, and he didn't know what to think about it. He just couldn't figure it out. And he gave it such a high score, and then I pulled out the bottle, and it was like he saw a ghost. He was like,
because it came out of a plastic vessel, and as y'all know, I'm totally against plastic vessels because of the fact that I just don't like what it does to a liquor.
Yeah, but I never put it in.
If I was you, if you have a glass vessel, I would totally pour it out into the glass vessel and then drink it out of that.
Yeah, but I never put it in the freezer or anything. But
it doesn't matter, the freezer, the heater, whatever. I would take as soon as possible. If you have a glass vessel, I would take that out of that plastic because that liquor, that alcohol is deteriorating in that plastic. You hear about it on the news all the time about don't drink the water in the plastic bottles because there's microbes from the plastic. What in the heck do you think's going on with liquor?
I don't know. I mean, really, all right, but that was a fascinating.
As fast as possible.
But it was a fascinating video, and I thought, and honestly, I thought it was
out of that as fast as possible.
Okay, but I thought it was a fascinating video, and I thought it was one of the best videos we'd ever done. All right, so you're going to give a score for this kind of strange, obscure French.
Whoa, wait, time out. I'm not finished yet. I promised 2. That was just 1. Jean-Pierre, what you brought tonight? I tasted it. I got to say that. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Somebody gave it to me as a taste. I said, thank you. I tasted it.
Hold on. Wait. You had the same feelings as I did about this?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of my technical problems, I wasn't hearing everything she had to say about it. But to me, I found it to be like mediocre, very grainy. It just kind of lost. I was like, where's that richness? Because I've heard things about this brand. Oh, it's really great. It's just that and the other thing. And I was like, you know what it tastes like to me? Jim Beam on a mellow side. If I wanted to have Jim Beam, I'd pick up a bottle of Jim Beam and drink it. Nothing wrong with Beam. But you know what you get with Beam. Like, don't just go ahead and take like a bottle of Jim Beam and sugarcoat. No, I mean, I think that's a big deception going on in whiskeys right now. There's a lot of sourceness that's happening. We see it all over the internet. You see these promoters coming on, that's not a bad price, $60, $70, $80 or something. These guys, they brought it in. And they created it, and they mixed it. Bullshit. They didn't do shit.
All right, wait. Now,
like I said,
how do you start?
It just didn't have what I was seeing. It didn't have what I was looking for in this bourbon. So I was like, He gave
Okay,
it
well,
to
how
me.
do you score?
He
Wait,
wasn't
John.
too-
Wait,
my friend
John.
Brian wasn't too enamored with it. So,
There are several of them. I can call them out that are just like making money off of YouTube, telling everyone to drink and drink and drink. Oh, and buy this and buy that. Oh, this local this and local that. Hogwash.
I know. And I've been at your house and we watched those videos and we both agreed that that was a bunch of marketing hype.
It's malarkey.
I know, but what score do you give this rather strange French concoction, king cake vodka?
It's clean. It's not overly grainy. It has a slight sweetness to it. I was actually surprised it's coming in at 80 proof. You could drink it straight. I would give this probably, I don't know, like a 90. It's good. Yeah, I would recommend this to anyone.
Just the availability could be extremely difficult. I think I saw it once. I think Mathern's had it. I'm pretty sure Mathern's had it, but I didn't buy it and I never saw it again. Now, okay, now you gave that a 90. Now, what score?
I got the Taka too. If y'all want to see that,
Right, I was just about to say, what score would you give Taka relative to that? Because that's New Orleans based, Taka.
Taco, putting on the Ritz.
Taka. Taco.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll finish this.
I don't know if I'd recommend doing that. I was going to say from recollection, not from drinking presently, but I can't stomach that stuff if it's not out the freezer.
Something wrong with your stomach.
Ain't nothing wrong with mine.
Woo! This one's sweeter. This one's
That's what Jean-Pierre said. It tasted too sugary.
woo! This one's sweeter.
It is very sugary.
You know what it's reminiscent like that almond frosting that goes on with the wedding cakes. Have you ever been in a wedding? The beautiful white cake.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Follow
pour,
it up.
and it's like that very strong, like you use like
the frosting on a wedding cake.
vanilla extract, almond extract, kind of like thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's got more of an almond extract to it.
Yeah, abstract. Well, however you want to pronounce it.
I said, bro.
So you give Taka probably about an 85, huh? A little bit too sugary.
It's like mid-range beef. It's good. You can't go wrong with it. It's been in the cabinet for a couple of years, as you can tell.
Yeah, and furthermore, Rouse's has a full-size bottle for $6.99. I mean, what do you expect for $6.99?
$6.99, $5.99. Who knows?
I remember. Yeah, I remember you bought it on Airline Highway at Rouse's, and it was $6.99.
That's the Airline Highway, correct?
Yes, we all got beaten with those boards, Wayne, back in the 1970s. Okay, and we deserved it. All right, now any last comments from anybody before we
Yeah, I got a question for you guys in Louisiana, seeing as how it's Marti Gras season coming up. About all I know about Marti Gras is from what I saw in the film Easy Rider with Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper, and I remember they ended up, I think, at the Marti Gras. But I was wondering, when is Fat Tuesday, and what is the significance of that Tuesday? What does it mean? If you can give me like a little thumbnail description of it.
Jay,
it's the day before Lent begins, and Lent is a period of fasting before Easter.
I got you. Yeah.
And so they call it Fat Tuesday because people say, well, this is the last day that we can eat meat.
I see.
And not have to fast, so they go berserk,
So it's a feast, which allows us as Catholics, Roman Catholics, to indulge in this. It has since spilled over into kind of a pagan activity.
Yeah.
But that's originally what it is.
So when is it this year? Do you have a date?
This Tuesday coming up.
February
Tuesday.
13th.
Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 40-day fasting that we go through.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
And then Easter, we move into the
Yes. Guys,
Okay. So
I
that
would
makes sense.
say, and since I lived in Mobile for 15 years, this is probably I would say this is the earliest, of Mardi Gras season.
Pretty early. Yeah, it's very early.
It's
Yeah.
pretty early, but again, this is a leap year. So all I got to say to all of you guys, this weekend, we got the Super Bowl. We got, a lot of parades throughout the region, from Florida, the cities in Florida, Destin, Pensacola, Panama City, all the way through Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. A lot of parades up until Fat Tuesday. Live in Mobile, Joe Kane. Again, look up Joe Kane. And of course, you got the Super Bowl, which I expect won't be a lot of people down on Government Street and a lot around the Mardi Gras parades. They'll be trying to get home to make sure they watch the game.
Swifty Bowl. Swifty Bowl's already.
Yeah, David's right. I think the name got changed to the Swifty Bowl this year, right?
Swifty Bowl.
Right.
So Swifty Bowl. So
Swifty Bowl.
by the way, go Niners.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Why not bring in a promoter?
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's not get too caught up talking about my ex.
I
don't want to talk about my ex-girlfriend.
Time out. No, I have one thing to say. Why did Lamar why did he get the MVP?
He did get the MVP.
Why?
Because he was the best player that year.
No, it's a consolation prize because your butt was supposed to go to Super Bowl.
Oh,
But
That's why sports.
That's
why
Swift.
Dave.
Now, Jean, what were you going to say? You were trying to say something about.
That's why sports is the
Consolation
best thing on TV, because it is not scripted.
What?
Sports is not scripted.
Oh, the blasphemy! You gotta be kidding me! What? Sports and what? Oh,
So
I want everybody to know that. I'm not part of this.
Come on! Whoa. Did
Everybody enjoy the weekend. If you live in the Gulf Coast,
somebody inform Vegas?
All right, wait. Now, anyway, any last promos?
Enjoy Mardi Gras. Have fun. Enjoy Fat Tuesday. Have fun, all my friends down there.
The only thing I know in my life
Alabama and
is
Louisiana.
the Mardi Gras.
Have fun. Enjoy yourselves this weekend. Don't overdo it for Mardi Gras and the Super Bowl. Even all of you across the country.
Yeah. Okay.
And around the world.
Right,
Don't overdo it. Have fun.
You know what? Y'all
Take it
hold
easy.
me up. I'm going to a parade right now. I'm going uptown. I'm getting ready to catch me a bunch of beads.
I believe that.
Well, have a good time. I'll probably hear
I
about
wish I could be there. Believe me, my heart is in Mobile.
Parade started.
My heart is down in Mobile right now because tonight the crew of
5
Columbus
minutes
is
ago.
doing
All right.
tonight.
Yeah, I'm taking a TO. Y'all have a great evening. It was awesome. Adios, amigos. Adios.
All right, and I'm glad you're not getting too involved in the partying, as we can see.
Adios.
Okay, see you
Enjoy,
later.
fellas. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Claude, what the hell? What's going
Hey,
on?
man.
What is this? Clark, you know what? I'm getting ready to
What you
bugger
gotta do,
on
man?
out, but then I got to stay around about 5 minutes for you.
You
What
guys
you
are
got?
you guys are almost a little bit too happy this evening.
Okay, well, Claude, but wait, Elbow, any promos,
Get ready to,
Elbow?
like,
Yeah. No, just the usual. My channel, Elbow88. Check it out. Feel free to check it out, and I hope to add some more videos soon. I keep saying that every week, but there's a little
I'm getting
channel.
ready to go to the parade.
Yeah,
All right.
we had some fun.
Now,
Claude, I'm
Claude,
getting ready to the parade.
Music
Come on.
and beverage reviews. So anyway, but good to see Claude. You're a little late to the party here, man.
Well, it's
Yeah,
four.
let's get rid
It's
of those.
4:35. What do you mean I'm late?
Your center
four-
stage.
There you go.
Presentation, review, and score.
Claude's the heart of a champion.
Oh no, am I late? Late,
Yeah.
late?
Patronize.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
an hour and 5 minutes late. Okay,
Oh my
Claude.
gosh! Sorry, I'm in the left coast here, and we had a tornado warning 2 days ago, and we had an earthquake, 4.7 earthquake today. Got it all here. Looky what I found.
Whoa.
Nice
I hope
prize.
is that a big bottle? No, it's a regular bottle. Okay.
Oh, nice prize.
Good stuff.
Well, you guys are always talking about it, and you know how easily influenced I am.
That's true.
Dazzling Dave tells me to buy it. I'm going to do it. Oh, you got your beads there? What is that?
Uses. They rolled last night. Uses.
Should I have a quick sip with you guys, or we're done?
Absolutely. Sip on.
Okay, Evan Williams. I heard a lot about this. 90 proof.
Yeah.
45 alcohol by volume.
Well,
Dave,
I'm gonna sip with you.
I've been really looking forward to this because I think almost every Friday Dave holds up his bottle of 1783. So let's see here. Beautiful color. Look at that. Just a copper, beautiful copper color. Lovely nose. Oh my God. Just beautiful. Sweetness. There's a sweetness that comes off just in the nose alone. Wow. Vanilla, fruit. I mean, really nice. Really, I can't wait to taste this.
Now, Claude, they say it's pulled from fewer than 200 barrels.
You know, marketing. What's the definition of marketing? You know, lying. 200 barrels with that. That's for $19.99 for a bottle. I can't even find I can't even find this stuff in Colorado. Oh, it's just lovely. I could just smell this. It's perfume.
1.75 in my area was $23.99. $23.99.
Wow.
And even at $19.99, that is a steal of a deal, flavor, and whiskey.
It is. He's telling the truth, Claude. He's telling the truth. There's a local store that has Evan Williams in the big handle bottle, the one you have, for $23.99.
Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers, Claude.
David.
Cheers.
David.
Cheers.
David, you might want to drink. You might want to drink a bunch of water now, but
Yeah, what's interesting is sometimes I check the other reviewers and what they say. I don't know if Ron. I didn't find I didn't find a review on this from you. So anyway,
no, Claude, I've only done a duo.
Oh.
I've never done a solo. Nope.
Okay.
Because he didn't buy it yet.
I haven't bought it. Yet, but you know how much bourbon I have. You know how much bourbon I have in my back stock.
Yeah. What's interesting about the majority of the reviews on YouTube, they say that this is it's half the price and it's a sipper. It's good for mixing too, but it's also a sipper. So I love stuff that's good value too. Gentlemen, happy Super Bowl weekend, okay?
Happy Super Bowl
man.
weekend. Happy Mardi Gras weekend. Happy Joe Kane.
Happy Carnival. Happy Carnival. And I think, Claude, I did try it once, and I think that is a great value. I think it is a fabulous bourbon.
Of course you tried it. You tried it at my house.
Right.
I got to tell you, I got a bottle of the, help me out. It's the white label, the
Bottle and Bond.
Yeah,
Bomb bomb.
this is
Too
better.
strong. Flavors too much. Too
Okay.
much.
Bottled
I
in
got
bond.
the small bottle of the bottle and bond, and
Yeah, I agree. I think the 1783 is a better product.
It's the best one put out right now, unless you're gonna try to find the 18-year-old, which you can't find. The 1790.
83. I'll help.
1783. I'm sorry, I get confused between 1783 and
He's
1792.
awfully happy tonight.
Well,
Wow.
Claude, it's
this is
Carnival weekend,
fantastic.
Claude. So
What?
I got to tell you, I don't. This doesn't have anywhere near the burn that the Evan Williams bottled and bond has.
None.
Nowhere
It's
near
90.
the burn.
It's 90. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. You can keep this on your shelf all the live long.
Yeah.
I've had this big thing for 2 months. And
Wow.
Look at it.
Still there.
Absolutely. Still there.
I got to tell you, this would probably make it's got a fruity, it's smooth, it's got a sweetness to it, a nice sweetness, not overpowering, and it's got a fruity, vanilla-ish, kind of a cherry vanilla kind of flavor to it. Very smooth,
I
very
agree.
subtle, and nowhere it doesn't have the heat. I don't like when it hurts, That's just
no, that's no fun.
But,
no, it does not have that hug that's talked about, which I consider to be a burn, where it's almost like, nobody wants that. This
No.
is, to me, this is fantastically built out. This is really great whiskey. And if you see it, buy it and get it and stock up, because you know what's going to happen. Once everyone sees this review, all the retail is going to jerk it all the way to the top.
You're right, and you're right. You're actually right about that. And so if you can get it for $13.99 or get a handle for $23.99. All right, so Claude, continue.
It's going to be a chase down. They'll all be at my thorn, standing in line, saying, "Oh, I need it. Oh, where was it?"
No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But they did do that. They did do that for Weller. They did do that for Weller. All right, Claude.
Why? It's just
So I've
immediate
had
whiskey.
3 Evan Williams. I've had the bottled and bond, which was good, but a little too much burn. It's a little too high a proof for me. I've had the regular Evan Williams, which excellent. Nothing wrong with it. The 1783 is the best out of the 3. It is not only a nice smooth. The viscosity is nice. It's not a thin drink, and it's got that fruit.
Awesome.
It's got that fruity vanilla flavor that comes through so nice on this.
Delicious.
I agree, Claude. I agree. Everybody's agreeing with. We
It's
think
like
everybody's
I said.
smart.
You have to find the balance between flavor and alcohol, and how the alcohol brings that flavor out. And this one is perfect. It is perfect.
I would love to
in a vine.
I would love to make a Manhattan out of this. I think this is I think this is either a sipper, but for the price, you could make a great Manhattan out of this, or old fashioned.
Claude, have you ever had Penelope before?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I haven't. What is? I don't even know what it is.
Jean-Pierre says that whiskey is boo-boo. That whiskey is boo-boo.
Well, look,
I agree.
85 out of 100. If it was
Agree.
Boo-Boo, I would have said
Great.
a 70 score, but it's okay.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
it's
not great. It's
but Jean, remember
Nice. Come
Jean,
on.
but remember Jean, it's $60-something for 85. Give me a break. Okay, now
Despite
Claude,
all the awards it's won, I'm like,
Yeah, get a
okay.
salad. Okay.
Did
oh
he
Claude, I'll be
really-
over there. I'll be over there
Did they
tomorrow.
really
Keep
Salad
making-
taste.
drink what they were drinking? Did they get to really try what they were drinking? Were they understanding what they were drinking? To give you that score, I don't know. All those
Yeah,
awards that they won.
Now, Claude, it's carnival time and everybody's having fun. But how do you score this?
96, easy. Oops, wrong bottle. 96, easy. Very good, very good. I'm in California.
Wait. What
Eat
was that other
salads.
bottle? What was that other bottle? No, the other bottle. No, the other bottle. Oh, you showed salad? Coors. Oh, Coors. Coors Banquet. Pepsi. Oh, yuck. All right. Now,
I'm running out of bottles, Ron. It's not. This is not Dave's house here. I don't know.
all right. Now, Claude, let me ask you a question. Would you agree or not agree that if someone is going to drink a soft drink for mix-ups like I do, that they should get a real sugar soft drink, or should they be satisfied with high fructose corn syrup?
This is like the most dangerous question. This is like, what's your favorite hot sauce that I asked 3 weeks ago? Okay, this is one of those dangerous questions.
What in the Sam Hill kind of question is that?
I
Pardon me,
I
I
have
stop up and take a leak in my
How
own
about-
bed.
Bacardi rum.
What in the heck does that even have to do
I mean,
with any kind of a whiskey?
I was just asking the man. I was asking the man about pure sugar soft drinks. What now?
I don't drink
know
sugar.
about
I don't drink sugar
They
soft
lie
drinks.
to you.
I love a good cold Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi or Diet Dr. Pepper once in a while. I can't really taste the difference. Can you guys? I mean, I think diet sodas are so good.
Yeah, definitely.
Real and snot.
Really?
Yeah, I don't drink diet.
Do you guys remember what was that back in the 70s? Oh my! It was made by Coke. It was one of their diet drinks.
Tab.
Tab. Tab was like gargling melted steel or something. It was-
I saw
Oh.
that stuff.
I had Tab in the 1980s.
Their health.
Tab
That's
was
something disgusting.
my favorite.
It's
Tab was
chemical.
this.
It's pumped into your system. No way.
I'll
Hey,
tell you
that
what,
stuff is gross.
Ron, a Bacardi white rum with a Diet Pepsi and a squeeze of lime is an excellent drink.
Okay, fair enough. Whatever you like. Now, Claude, do you have any promos before we get off the air?
I will be performing at Roberto's Taco Stand in Chula Vista, the greatest hits of Sam and Dave. Hold on, I'm coming.
All right. All right.
And I want to say that I want to say that I'm not running for president, but if they decide to pick me, I will take the job. I would like to be president of the United States, but I have no money or political support to run for office. But I would take the job.
Having a
And
horse.
by the way,
right?
Jay, the first thing you do in office is lower the beer tax, lower beer prices,
Well, I mean, the Congress would have to do that. I mean, I would.
lower
I'd
liquor
be,
prices in Alabama.
Guess what they're going to do in California? It's in the legislature. They're going to add $15 to $95 a month to your electric bill if you don't have solar panels.
those
Oh.
Bolsheviks. Those
Get
Bolsheviks.
Claude. My advice to you is one more.
Seek
this
the
is my
pure. Seek the
Get
pure.
the
Seek
hell out
Seek
of California.
I gotta tell you, you don't talk politics here. You don't even read about it or anything. You just enjoy
the hell out of California.
It's usually in February. It's usually 70, 75 degrees. It's usually the
I
most
know.
perfect
Get
place in the world.
hell out of California.
Right. The only downside is that their political system is somewhat like East Germany. All right.
Oh, it's
Claude,
worse.
the worst in East Germany. Well,
There is no East Germany anymore.
Well, like it used to be. You know, I'm talking
Yes.
about. Yeah. All right. Well, Claude is going to close this out. Claude's going to close this out without a kazoo. But thank you, Claude. Any last comments?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for always doing this. Have a wonderful Marti Gras. Next week is Fat Tuesday, I believe.
Next
Tuesday.
This week,
February 13th.
this week coming up.
Yep. And thanks for always doing this. It's always good to get together with you, gentlemen. Have a wonderful, safe weekend.
You too, Claude.
And
your help.
everybody, please be safe this weekend. Enjoy Mardi Gras. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy Fat Tuesday. Don't overdo it. Have fun.
A little
Enjoy.
bit. A little bit
That's
overdoing.
All right. So I want to
Bye-bye.
thank Jean. I want to thank
brother
Elbow. I want to thank Elbow and Jean and David and Claude for joining. And we won't see y'all on Fandango Friday till after Easter time, but we'll be back, God willing. And y'all take care.
Next
And-
broadcast is Tuesday, Fat Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Ice House. Bring your ice house.
All right. All
I
right,
can't
guys.
wait.
Cheers,
I
then.
Okay, Elbow, I can't wait to see that
Everyone
one.
can get it. Get it. We're all going to be talking about Ice House.
I can't see this. I can't wait to see that thing. I can't wait to see that video.
Goodbye.